Welcome, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are live streaming The Long Dark once again. We are back for what I believe is our fourth live stream with this character here. Kind of a shock, kind of a shock. This is an interloper difficulty, and if you're watching me on YouTube, the other videos are, of course, on my channel, so just look for the similar thumbnails. And hey, Consolus is here. What's up, buddy? Jenner9, you made it. Welcome, you too. It's great to see you guys. You're jumping in literally just seconds after I started, so good job, you two. Hello, hello. And of course, we are continuing our run. We are in the Pleasant Valley, but we're just here temporarily. Our main base is going to be in the Mystery Lake, but we've come to this region looking for clothing primarily. Of course, I'm still looking for the hammer too. I have not found that yet. But speaking of clothes, we're a little bit overweight right now because I'm carrying around some food. We found a bunch of potatoes here. Hey there, lovely flowers. How's it going, my friend? It's great to see you again. Long time no chat, but welcome, welcome. And so what we're going to do is head out right now. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, it's just close to noon. Let's step out and see the weather here, because we got to sweep this map of loot and then just leave. I don't want to spend too long in the Pleasant Valley. Look, there's the bear. You see the bear? He's right up there by the road. All right, so we have already searched the tower. So we got up to the radio towers. That was the first place that we searched here. Then, of course, we searched the house. We did look here, didn't we? Let me just double check this. Yeah, we searched that house completely, and pleasant weather in Pleasant Valley, I know. Well, I literally spent the entire morning, like, just repairing clothes and stuff on the last live stream because the weather was so bad this morning. But yeah, typically the weather kind of starts to settle down towards the evening or afternoon, but in Pleasant Valley, you can't really go by that kind of a rule. In Pleasant Valley, the only rule is that there are no rules. That's it. Yeah, but I'm hoping to get up to this barn. We want to... Actually, you know what? Let me think about that. Hold on. I got to tab out real quick. Look at the map. Do we want to go to the barn first, or do we want to go to the airplane crash? That's the real question. So if I'm at the farmstead, turn left, go under the bridge. I think we're going to try the airplane first. Yeah. This is... Hey, what's going on, Kage no Oni? How you doing, buddy? It's good to hear from you again, my friend. Thanks for dropping by the stream. Are you a fan of the Long Dark, Kage? Let's see here. So I do have a stone on me. Man, listen to that wind, though. Can you guys hear it? It is definitely getting bad out here. Yeah, I don't think this nice weather that we've got is going to last for very long. Oh, no, I can hear it whipping up. Man, I'm almost tempted to turn around and go back home, but what we're going to do is press on. Oh, you never even heard of it, really? It's been out for quite a while. Of course, it was in early access for a long time, but it is a very, challenging survival game, but it's not zombie survival or anything like that. It is strictly man versus nature. The apocalypse was caused by, a geomagnetic storm, so we're basically alone in the wilderness. And as I mentioned, the greatest threat, other than the wildlife, is the weather. And just trying to... Remembered of the raft? Yeah, sure, a little bit, for sure. It's like in your state right now. You know what's funny, lovely flowers, is that I enjoy playing this game, but it's very hard, and sometimes I get frustrated with it. But each year around winter time, I'll get the urge to play the Long Dark, obviously, because it's a nice winter setting, as you can see. But funnily enough, here where I'm staying, it's 72 degrees right now. It's been literally in the 70s for the past since Christmas. It's nuts. It's absolutely killing me too, because I love the cold weather. Personally, I'm one of those people who likes to sleep with my room completely chilled. You know, if it's real cold outside, I'll open my window up and just throw on a bunch of comforters on the bed. That's actually how I sleep the best. I can get the best rest like that. But so I'm disappointed. It's been too warm here. Excuse me. So we got to be careful. Obviously the weather. I know. I love it. Oh, you talking about the weather? Yeah, it being 70, it's nuts. It sucks. We had a snowstorm in November. In fact, it was a couple of days where it was real bad. I got let off work because the truck drivers couldn't even get through the snow. But it's now completely flipped, and we're talking like early summer. That's how it's been in Dallas. Oh, wow. Dallas usually, I don't know anything about Texas weather, but let's see. Welcome to the chat, too, my friend. Abe of Basha, I see your first time chatter, so thanks for dropping in and saying hello. All right, yeah, we are not in the best clothing right now. My character is not wearing, like, I don't even have two pairs of coats right now, so that's one of the reasons we're headed over here to this plane crash. But we might have to stop and warm up. It's been in the 30s there. You know, they are predicting here where I'm at that it's supposed to drop back down into the high 20s tomorrow. Shockingly enough, it can go from literally 70 down to the 20s. But yeah, so we'll see. You've been watching the Cataclysm stuff for weeks. Well, that's awesome, my friend. You've got quite a few Cataclysm fans in here in chat with you right now, but I do know of a building close to here, buddy. I do. But yeah, thank you for watching those Cataclysm videos, my friend. Cataclysm is one of my favorite games, and whenever I can meet people who are also interested in it, you know, that's always great. So I appreciate you. But yeah, Consolas, this location is known as the Draft Dodgers Cabin. And just like most maps, you can't really see it until you're right on top of it, but there is a small cabin dead ahead of us. So what we'll try and do is rest for an hour. Maybe we'll work on our clothing a little bit more, or literally just sleep for an hour, but we might get caught in a blizzard. So I don't know. Pleasant Valley. It's a real plain in the valley. It's not that pleasant. We got some rabbits over there. I know. That's what my biggest fear. I'm actually thinking it probably will. But it did blizzard all morning this morning in game, so I don't know. It's up in the air. It's Pleasant Valley. You can't predict it. So, and the thing is, like, the plane crash from here is pretty much a straight shot. If you don't know it, it's a little bit confusing, but there really isn't too many ways you can go wrong. So I could navigate in a blizzard, but that's just not smart to do that, you know. Could also use the time to prepare berries and mushrooms. That's true, too. We could do that. A little bit of out-of-pocket crafting. Hey, look, a book of matches right there. Bam. That's huge. We're actually doing pretty well on this run. I'm currently sitting on 3 boxes. Just picked up that 3rd one, but I have several more boxes of matches back at my base. Hey there, Pears. How you doing, my friend? Have I planned to play My Winter Car when it comes out? I will definitely check it out. I've had a few chatters talk about that game, and so it's on my radar too. Yeah, hello. I see you're a first-time chatter as well, so I appreciate you coming by and saying hi. Yeah, it looks like a cool game, and I'm definitely into it. It's just, you know how it is. There's so many games to be playing out there. Okay, so let's just take a look at our clothes real quick. Actually, let me do it this way. I'm going to go ahead and just harvest this. Is that the winter version of My Summer Car? I heard Book of Matches, and for a brief moment, I thought you said Book of La Mancha. No, Don Quixote reference. Cervantes. There you go, buddy. You know, as a lit major, Kage, I've never read Don Quixote, but I am very familiar with it. All right, let's harvest. No, I was more into English literature rather than like general Spanish or European, so I've read a lot of Shakespeare in my time at school. But all right, let's see here. I can still kind of hear the weather out there. Don Rams with his own.
If I can drop any of this gear.
Oh, the Unreal World series. That's nice, Parrots. Yeah, that's, you know, Unreal World, it's one of those games that kind of helped start my channel. if it's not the first game I ever posted, but once I realized that there was an audience for people to watch me to play games, I started, making videos for the Unreal World, because I remember when I used to play it before doing YouTube, I would look for videos of other people playing it, and there just wasn't a lot. So it's one of those games that I think, despite the fact that the video game YouTube is a very saturated, and competitive space, there are certain games that you can find that really don't get enough coverage, and that's one of them for sure. But I appreciate you. Thank you for dropping in and saying hi. All right, so yeah, I was thinking that too. If we wait till our heat bar is filled up, we'll be better off. So, all right, what are we gonna do until then? 5 things. Our clothing's not bad. I could probably get this coat up to 100%. I don't think that would really be a waste to do that. So let's take off. Oh, I do have 2 coats on them. One of them is this stupid thing, though. Let's take this off. Repair. Boom. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Thanks for dropping by the stream, everybody. It's good to see you today. We're just getting started with some Long Dark. I have streamed Unreal World before, but that's a game I kind of prefer to play as like an edited Let's Play series, All right, we failed at that. Let's try again. Did you not drop some stuff in the farmhouse you were... Yeah, no, I did not, because I don't plan on going back to the farmhouse if I can help it. If the weather allows and we're lucky, we're not going to return there. So it's a good question, though. What I'd like to do is go from here, the plane crash, back to not the farmhouse, but to the barn. And then from the barn, maybe in the morning, we'll go to the final spot that we're going to loot. And then we're just going to leave this map. Hello. What's up, Hanny Hanny? Welcome to the stream, buddy. It's good to see you today. All right, so we're at 100%. I can still kind of hear that wind, I think, but also our heat bars are pretty full now. Let's have a little bit of a meal. These 2 need to be cooked before I eat them, so we're just going to munch on this. Yeah, a lot of what I'm carrying, too, though, is food, buddy. See, I've almost got a full gallon of water on me, so we've literally got 7 pounds of water in my pocket. Can clothes not be repaired while they're worn? They can, but you have a better success chance if you take them off. So you could do that. You could repair them just from this screen while they're still being worn, which of course is indicated by that little tip there. But as I've always understood it, you want to take them off and then repair them and then of course put it back on. Excuse me, guys. My throat's a little hoarse today. I literally have a cough drop in right now, so I'm trying to get over it. All right, let's take a drink to lighten the load. Have an exceptional day. My phone decided to break into a million pieces, and now I'm had to struggle to buy a new one. Oh, buddy, that sucks. So you're talking about exceptional, but not in a good way, huh? Exceptional in the bad sense of the word. Well, console us. It looks like we lucked out, buddy. The weather is perfect out here. Not quite perfect because... Oh, it is perfect because I'm literally gaining warmth at the very moment that we speak. I'm sorry about that, Hanny. I'm so sad to see those wolves got you. Oh, you're talking about Hanny, the Cataclysm character. Yeah, that sucked. For a second, I was like, wait, do you know Hanny? Yeah, that was a terrible loss. Abe, have you been keeping up with the latest series? Have you watched the last episode of the Whist run? You know what situation I got her into, huh? Maybe. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't. Hey there, Ulrich. What's up, Kenny? Welcome, buddy. Good to see ya. Had of a little late. No worries, buddy. You're always on time. You know what the famous quote is: a wizard is never late. He always arrives when he means to. And I just know in my heart of hearts that you, sir, are a wizard. Oh, thanks, Kage. You're right. You know, I actually bought these. Hold on a second. It's funny because I know having a cough drop in while I'm, streaming is not the most ideal thing. So I actually went on Amazon and bought miniature cough drops, little ones, tiny little. They're like, I don't know what you would compare them to, the size of a Tic Tac. Funny enough, they're hard to find. I had to go on Amazon. Like my local Walgreens didn't even have this product, but it actually does help. I don't love them, but you do what you do. Let's see. You're behind a few. Well, then I won't spoil it, buddy. What I will tell you that the current episode of the Whist Run, she's not in a good place, my friend. She's not in a good place. But I'm gonna get over. I'm gonna make sure that we don't die. It's only episode 6 or 7, so I haven't even gotten to the same place I got with Annie yet. Brother, if you're under the weather, eat a damn It's all right. It's all right. It's not that I'm like sick or anything. It's just I use my voice too much. I talk a lot. I'm a big loudmouth at work. I'm always goofing around, making fun of people. I'm a bully. I like to bully people at work. Let's see. My Christmas present was my headphones frame breaking, and I'm currently wearing them. Wait. Okay. Wearing them with an elastic band. Oh, console us. That's rough, dude. I'm sorry, you got to get some headphones, buddy. That's essential. Actually, I had a similar problem with my last set of headphones. They broke in the same way. Excuse me. So there should be a cave. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, there it is. Just want to make sure I didn't pass it. Make sure we're on the right track here. But we are hiking through the most beautiful weather that Pleasant Valley has ever experienced right now, people. You did say it a comfort, but it's also definitely... He's just trying to reassure me that it's okay to use cough drops. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, Cataclysm. I'm probably going to go ahead and record the next episode tomorrow, but I also have to record some more of the 7 Days to Die series. Yeah, I know we've got a few fans of that one too. Already ordered a pair, but I will also send those in for repair. That's smart. Yeah. What kind did you get? What's the new kind? I mean, what did you order? What brand? See, they're still under warranty. Oh, definitely good to have 2 sets. Yeah. Do you use wireless headphones or wired headphones, Consolus? I recently switched to the wireless. Like, I've never had a pair of wireless headphones. I've had wireless mouse, wireless keyboard. But this time around, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do the wireless headset. And I'm going to be honest with you, dude. I don't think I'm going to be able to go back. I absolutely love I love being able to just get up, go to the bathroom, not have to take my headset on. Actually causes a problem because it starts to make my ears hurt because I wear it too much. I already ordered. Oh, I just read that. My new Chinese phones come with the robot vacuum cleaner. That's now a sales pitch. Oh, those crazy Chinese. They do know how to sell a vacuum cleaner, don't they? Bose Ultra Quiet Comfort. Nice, dude. Talking some top-of-the-line stuff there. For real. After getting my first... Is Bose a German company? Might be Swiss or something. I don't know. After getting my first wireless, I'm not taking them off outside of sleeping. Yeah. Okay, so here we are, guys. For anybody who's not aware, we're at the plane crash in Pleasant Valley. Very important spot for the reason that we're looking at right here. There's about a dozen of these suitcases, nice, scattered all over the place. They're always guaranteed to be here. There's no guarantee that you're going to get loot out of them, but as you can see with that last pickup that we just got, if it is going to have something, it's clothing. So what I'd really love to get is another pair of underwear and then another coat, and some wool socks. Those would be the 3 things that would really make my day if we got those today here. Like I said, there's no guarantee. I mean, I've come through this place and only got like a t-shirt and a baseball hat, and some runs where it's like real bad luck. Having that hoodie already, though, is a good start. That hoodie's a nice fit. You don't like Bluetooth headphones. Mic quality is absolutely horrible. You prefer the wired. Now, see, that's a good point, Hanny. I use excuse me, I use a microphone that's separate from my headset. I do not use the headset microphone. But that's, again, just because I have a separate microphone for streaming and stuff. Ooh, okay. So those are not that helpful other than for breaking them down. Having some leather to repair my other shoes, that's helpful, but those shoes are not that great. Sonny might have lost me as a... Sony might have... Their 5... Oh my god, same pair of shoes. Their 5 version has great sound quality and is comfortable, but I think this is my 3rd one. They die really quickly. Yeah, that's no good. Look at this, dude. The weather's already turning already. But it was like an hour or two of nice weather, and then I can tell because look how quick the clouds are moving. Yeah, we got some wind kicking up. So we're coming to the end of the plane crash. Not the best, but I wasn't really getting my hopes too high, to be honest. The soda is always here, too. This is a guaranteed soda. Boom. There's still potentially a few spots. Sometimes I think there's a jump button in this game. Sometimes I wish there was a jump button. I know, any nice weather, it was lucky. But if we can get back to the barn, then we're going to loot that place and sleep there. Now, the barn is one of the few spots where we might get the hammer to spawn too. So that's another reason we came to Pleasant Valley. In addition to the clothing, I'm hoping to find a hammer here. Sometimes there's a hat here. Nope, no hat. It can be a wool hat too. Let's search that suitcase. Speaking of headphones, mine just ran out of battery, and since I'm in a public space, I'll be leaving. Okay, Jenna Renee, no problem, buddy. I hope to see you back, though. If not, I hope you have a great day. Okay, I gotta eat something. Oh my god, they keep giving me repeat stuff. That's gross. Alright, we're gonna munch a little bit because we're probably gonna encounter some wolves up here. It's not guaranteed, but more often than not, there are wolves when we come out of this plane. So I just want to be able to run, not worry about this. Oh. Alright. So we're in a place called Skeeter's Ridge, which is literally just above that cabin that we slept in. Or did I sleep? I don't know. The Draft Dodger's cabin is just below us. So what we're going to need to do... Oh, acorns? What we need to do is loot these couple of crappy structures here and then climb down. I'm moving so slow. I think I'm moving into the wind. You know, prefer Interloper, but honestly, it's also kind of unrealistic. How few things you find around, yeah. Not like other people could have looted this before. That's true. That's true. Yeah, this is a region of the world where I expect there's not a lot of people. Even, okay, good, there's deer up here, so we don't have to worry about the wolves. The fact that deer is there is a good sign. I do know what you're saying. I've thought about that before because the scenario of the apocalypse here in the Long Dark is different. You know, it's very different than most like post-apocalyptic games. You know, it's a mystery too, and I don't want to spoil it because, you know, if anybody ever wants to play the game, you got to go through a series of like clues to uncover what happened. Of course, we're not really playing that way. I'm just focused more on the survival aspect of it. No, there are no firearms whatsoever, including the revolver. But what's funny is you will find the book for the revolver and for the guns, but like the knowledge book, but they're worthless, completely worthless. I mean, other than firewood, they're completely worthless. Okay, so we don't want to tarry around here too long because I want to get out there and take advantage of the relatively nice weather that Pleasant Valley has given us. Hey, more leather. Oh, yeah, we'll take that cedar. How am I doing? 93 pounds. Probably shouldn't be lugging around this much stuff. Oh, a hockey jersey. Isn't that my second hockey jersey? Yeah, that's my second hockey jersey. I do think it's an improvement over what we're wearing, but I need to repair it, obviously. So yeah, I'd like to break down a bit of the gear that I've got. Let me look at my firewood status. I don't really need to carry that. So look, I've got one of the handbooks right here. In fact, I'm not even going to bring that with me. I've got 30 sticks. Don't need to pick up any more. I am way over encumbered here, people. I'd like to break down some of these clothing items, but yeah, again, I don't want to waste too much time. So let's get the hell out of here because there's not much to this place. Yeah, earlier I mentioned the hammer. Trying to find a hammer is so critical in this Interloper run. Interloper is the name of the difficulty for anybody who's new. But, because the only ranged weapons we have in Interloper difficulty is the bow and arrows. And of course, we have to forge the arrowheads ourselves. Meaning we have to find scrap metal, we have to get the right fuel, such as coal, for firing the furnace, and we need a big hammer to pound them out. And I haven't got the hammer yet, so let's go look for it. I think I'm going to sprint a little bit. Boy, not much. That is a ridiculously slow sprint. It's almost not worth it. But it won't be too far of a travel. Once we get down into the lake, we'll be good. Or into the river stream thing. Oh, this wind. It's making me nervous. It's making me real nervous, people. Matches. Nope. Alright. Let's drink a bit more. That'll relieve some of our weight problems. Not much, though. Alright, it feels like the wind has died down now. A little bit. I'm still gaining temperature, so that's nice. It's actually warm out here. I also hear some birds somewhere, but I don't see them. Collected any deer hides? No. I haven't done any hides or guts yet. Not yet. The only thing we've really collected for curing are those birch saplings that we've seen in previous runs, but I still haven't found any maple either. We might get this hammer, get everything we need, and still not have a maple sapling, so I might have to spend a day searching for some of those, but I'll do that like Mystery Lake, you know, a map that's going to be a bit more forgiving than this place. Alright, so I'm just looking out for the moose. The moose can spawn at this location, so you got to be careful. But essentially, we're good. Let me grab these real quick. As long as the weather holds up, we should be able to get to the barn in plenty of time. And there is a truck there that we can sleep in. I also have a bedroll. We did find a bedroll with this character, so that's good news. Yeah, I am tempted to drop some stuff, but I don't really know what I would drop right now. Even with the bow and arrow, I never found a good way to safely hunt bears and mooses. There is no way to safely do it, I'll tell you that much. Actually, that's not entirely true. There's a couple of rocks. If you're in certain locations where I don't know about moose, this is true for bears, but there are certain areas where bears will patrol where you can get up on a rock by kind of cheesing it, by, you know, goading through, as they say. And the bear can't climb to that particular spot, so you can just shoot him from there and he won't be able to get you. But other than that, it's just all about headshots, dropping them quick and early with deadly shots to the face. The only way that I've ever killed a bear without actually taking damage from it was by shooting it in the face in a one-shot situation. And that was just a lucky kill. You got to be dead on. Essentially, you want it to start charging you. The bear. I've never killed a moose with the bow and arrow. I will just say that. But essentially, you want that bear dead on, like coming at you almost, you know, as close as you can stand. And then just hit it right in the face. My aim sucks. I tried hunting them from an indoor location could be interesting. Yeah. All right, so here we are. Our destination is straight through this field. It's hard to see it now because of all these hay bales and stuff, but let's get out here. See, this is the point where if a blizzard picked up now, this would be very, very dangerous for us. So I'm actually going to sprint a little bit. Because it's not like we're super far, but just being out in open field like this, there's no landmarks to navigate by. It's just a bunch of hay bales. Okay, you can just see it. There's a red barn dead ahead. If I stay straight and don't move, We will literally walk into it. I see a wolf over to the right. There's a wolf in the far distance. Probably more than one, but he's far enough that he won't bother me. Expecting to be blind soon? Dude, I'm nervous about this blizzard picking up like at any moment. We're on the verge of nightfall though, so I think we'll be okay. So we're going to sleep at this location, and then in the morning, we're going to head to the community center. At that location, there's a bunch of houses around there. There's a church. That'll be the last location that we loot, though. Temperature's still good, yeah, so don't think one will come very soon. Hopefully not. It can change on a dime, though, as they say here in the States. I love the sky, though. So beautiful. It reminds me of like a Monet or an expressionist painting, you know? It's very nice. All right, let's not get ourselves lost here. That right there is just what they call an outbuilding. It literally has nothing in it. All right, let's sprint a little bit. It's not really helping. I'm just gonna turn on auto walk. We're walking, people. My health is good, but all my circles are getting low. But we'll be okay. We do have plenty of food. There's a wolf. Just heading over there. Nice little birch forest over there, but we're not going through that area. That birch forest kind of creeps me out. Whenever I walk through it, I feel like unsettled. I don't know. Feels like what it must be like when you walk through an Indian burial ground or something. Creepy. Don't do it. It's not advisable. All right. Let's see here. I wish I could pull open my inventory and walk while we like looked at stuff, but character automatically stops. We're almost there. This right here is like if I was doing the edited series, this is something I would cut out. You know, it's like the long, boring walks, but honestly, this is a big part of this game. You might even call it a walking simulator. Actually, it might be tagged as walking simulator on Steam. One of the tags might be walking simulator. Not sure. There's a time where games were kind of derisively labeled as walking simulators, but I think in this sense, it's actually accurate. And I don't see it as negative, exactly. You know, a lot of that walking is just exploration. Okay, we got some rabbits over there. Probably just going to ignore them. I do want to check the tractors, because sometimes they can spawn flares. Nothing. Not often. We're about to go inside our beautiful red barn. Nothing. Where is it? Okay, let me in. Walking like a turtle. Okay, so temperature should be fine now. We are super... Oh, man, it's very dark, isn't it, guys? You know, we got plenty of matches. I'll just go ahead and strike one of these torches. Oh, wait, I do have the lantern. Never mind, what the hell am I doing? Forgot about the lantern. It's not often I have a lantern on an interloper run. All right, so the metal, I'm just going to leave that. There's no way I'm lugging metal through this valley right now. There's plenty of metal I can break down at the dam whenever we're finally ready to make our forging trip. It's not going to be an issue for me. Soda. Okay, here we go. Right here. This is one of the potential spawns for the hammer. The hammer can spawn in these little tool shed cabinet things. We got 2 chances. Nope. Nope. Didn't get the hammer. Excuse me. There is another spot, technically, in Pleasant Valley, but we're not going to be... Actually, it's part of the exit. So there'll be another one of those tool cabinets right at the exit of Pleasant Valley. We go to Coastal Highway. All right. Actually, I'm wrong. There is another cabinet. It's up here. Yeah. Maybe we will get another hammer shot. Oh, I gotta eat something. Crap. I can't let my food drop or else we'll lose our well-fed bonus. I don't even know if I have it currently. I'm working on it, though. Alright, cattails are good. For now, we'll fill up before we eat. Or go to bed, I mean. Whew. I think also part of why I'm walking so slow is because my energy levels are literally in the trash right now. Just the lowest of the low. Manifesting that the hammer is simply waiting for you at the frozen muskcake forge. God, I hope so. I've done that before and got lucky. Like, just go to the forge with some coal and metal and hope that it's there. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not. Yeah, obviously it's better to go prepared, but we'll see what happens. You know, we still haven't fully searched Coastal Highway, too. And there's a couple locations there where the hammer can spawn. Alright, we'll do that last. Let's look over here. There's one more possible food spot. Sometimes there's like granola bars that spawn in those cracks. Here we go. Let's check this thing. Come on, hammer time. Oh, worthless. No. Big zero. Big zilcheroo. Oh, we could take the bulletin board, or the cork board, whatever you want to call that. I'm starting to think about decorating, you know, our base eventually. Got to keep that in mind. All right, so we're going to douse the lantern. Let's crawl into our little truck. I'm just looking around. All right, yeah. Let me see here. No, we definitely have to sleep here. I was thinking maybe we could push it and go to the other location, but no, that would be stupid to try that. All right, so I know it's pitch black, but let's do a little inventory management real quick before we go to bed. These need to be cooked, so I'm not going to eat those yet. Drink a soda. It gives us a little calories. Probably just going to fill up on cattails for now. I always like to conserve the proper food if possible. If it's got like 90%, 80%, I will try and save it and just rely more on the cattails. But I've always hoped that one day they would add like farming to the game. Like you could like cultivate your own cattails or something, but I don't know if that's ever going to be added. All right. And I would kind of like to save the carrots and potatoes because there is a recipe we can find for those. All right. Let's have a little drink of water. Fill that up completely. Let me look through here. What else am I carrying? You know, in the morning, we're going to break down some of these clothing items too, so we're not carrying around like whole pairs of shoes with us. All right, it's time for bed. How do we do this? We go to that. We go to that. We'll just do 9 for now. Maybe we can, I don't know, sneak out of here early in the morning, but it's Pleasant Valley, so it's probably going to be real cold. All right, what time is it? Let's drink. Fill up that water meter. Hydration. And let us go back to bed. We'll sleep for another 4 hours. We'll try that. I don't think that's going to go. We'll probably max out our energy, but not to worry, not to worry. Awesome. Okay. Yep. Sun is fully high in the sky, and I don't hear any storms out there, guys. It's kind of amazing, but hold on. Let's just peek outside. Maybe I won't mess with my clothing. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hold on. Okay. Let's go inside. There's no reason to rush things, especially when I'm carrying around 90 pounds of gear here. Let's just do the smart thing. Maybe I should just drop. Tell you what. I'm going to drop some of the things which are just going to produce cloth, because I can get cloth just about anywhere. I will take the things that can yield leather, though. Maybe some streamer luck. You know, one thing I've found, and I don't know how true this is, but early mornings is the best time to, like, use the magnifying. Whoa! Bro, there's something out there. Did you hear that? That was the moose, I think. Bro, something just, like, aggroed on me. All right, we're not going out there for another minute or two. But, no, I found the mornings, they're super cold, but oftentimes you can catch it before, like, the storm hits. That's, like, the best time to use your magnifying glass is super early in the morning. But it's not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed with the weather in this game, that's for sure. All right, get rid of these. This gives us a nice amount of leather, though. Yeah, and don't forget, I'm actually wearing a hat which requires leather to repair, too. So I don't just need it for my shoes.
You could eat anything.
Well, other than that, I've got this hockey jersey, but I'm keeping that. I'm still at 87 pounds. I've only got 3 torches. I do have 4 pieces of wood and 3 things of charcoal.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I don't really plan. Maybe we'll start a fire at the other place, but tell you what, when we leave this area, we're going to be going through a mine shaft, so I will be able to pick up an absolute buttload of charcoal if we want it. You were guessing it was a bear? It might have. I don't think it was, though, just simply based on the noise. Based on the noise that I heard. It sounded more like the moose to me. Could be a bear. There are bears, though. All right. We're at 83 pounds. Before we do go out, let's have another bite to eat, so I don't have to worry about this. Now, I'm going to do 2 things to hopefully avoid getting attacked by whatever animal that was. I'm going to go to a different door. Throw away the cattail heads. Wait, am I carrying too many? 22 of them is kind of a lot. That's only 2.5 pounds, but we can split that. We can drop 11. There we go. That helps. Yeah, every little bit helps. So what I'm going to do is go to a different door, and I'm going to crouch while I leave. We're going to go into stealth mode, so the animals won't detect us as closely if we're in crouched mode like this. Oh my god, it's a pure blizzard out here. All right, well, we're not leaving anytime soon. Not that unexpected, honestly. It's not even noon, so usually there's bad weather in the mornings or during the day. All right, so I tell you what, on second thought, let's grab this cedar. Let's light a torch. We're going to do a little cooking because I've got a couple of cans of food here. Yep. Yeah, we want to cook this. Yeah, this is my home for now. That's right. It's not the best home, but there. Oh, I mean, it's not a bad place. There is a sleeping area in the car. We can always sleep in that truck. There's 2 fire things. I think there's 2. Maybe there's just this one, but there's this little fire thing. There's a little bit of wood over there, too.
Come on, little fire.
And there's a workbench upstairs. So this could theoretically be a base. I'm sure somebody has used this as a base at some point in their playthrough. All right, let's add the cedar. It's a couple hours worth. And we're going to place these things on here. So I'm basically cooking all this up just to get the experience right now. I don't know. We're not necessarily going to eat all of this food, but by cooking it first, yeah, it'll help us to level up our cooking skill. And it'll pass a little bit of time. All right, that's going good. What else did I drop over here? Give me this real quick. We'll just break this down while we wait. Harvest, 10 minutes time, go. Yeah, the Long Dark has several different levels of difficulty you can play it on. Currently, I'm on Interloper, which for a very long time was the most difficult setting. There is currently now a more difficult way, but it's honestly so ridiculously difficult. Like, the developers say they literally, it's called Misery is the name of the default, or the difficulty harder than Interloper. And the developers have said, like, they intentionally designed it to kill the player. Like, you are not supposed to be able to survive for more than just like a couple of days in that level of difficulty unless you're in like expert level, you know every map in and out. There are some YouTubers too, one named Zachnifine. I don't know if anybody out there plays the Long Dark, follows Zach. He's a great YouTuber, pretty much strictly plays the Long Dark, although I have seen him feature a few other games. He's mainly a Long Dark player, but he, I think, has had a couple of longer runs on Misery, but even he struggles. Unlikely with the farmhouse being so close, would cost you a lot of wood to prepare with the water in the fire barrel. Yeah, and the farmhouse has like an awesome stove too. It's got that 6-top stove on it, which is so great. And it's got a workbench too. So you're right, it's unlikely. I don't know, there are those crazy people who like to challenge themselves and like set up a base in like a connector zone or something. Hey, Jenner 9, welcome back, buddy. Thanks for making it. Hopefully it's juiced enough. How's the progress going? So far, so good. I haven't died. We did not get the clothing that I was hoping for. I'm really hoping that I can fill in this gap right here and get a second pair at some point. But other than that, we also didn't find the hammer. We're here in the red barn right now, but there's a blizzard out here. Or there was. Probably still is. Let's just double check it. So we're just waiting for the blizzard to pass before we... Basically, we're headed out of Pleasant Valley. I'm going to stop by the community center. And definitely... Can we place that? Yeah, and definitely loot that area. But let's cook up some... I don't know, some coffee, I guess. This will also help level our cooking skill, albeit very slightly. I can definitely still hear the storm out there. Okay, that's all the coffee we've got. We'll go ahead and pick that up. Oops, I did that wrong. Let's cook that again. There we go. All right, let me take a torch or two. We're at 39 minutes on the fire. Let me just check on this. Oh no, I can still hear the storm, but I just want to confirm it. Hey. All right, she's still going strong out here. Let's see what we can do. We don't need a lit torch for this walk. There could be some wolves along the way, but it's not crucial. Although I think I will just go ahead and use up this firewood. Let's look at our inventory a little bit more, see if maybe there's something else I can drop. Ooh, you know what? I've got very little water now that I just did all those coffees. Let's get a little bit cooked up. There is water at the place we're going to, but this will be 2 hours worth. Hold on. What? Yeah, okay. Maybe we won't. What's the point in doing that? Because I'll just have to lug it there. I mean, I'm about as light as I can get, although 78 pounds isn't bad. We've definitely drastically... Now, how the hell does this even work? I've never actually used the insulated flask before. How many of these? Oh, wow. No way. Okay, that's actually badass. I just put 5 things of coffee into the flask. How long does it keep it hot, I wonder? Yeah, I've heard people say that the flask is like a really good find on Interloper. But this is my first time I ever found one. Yeah, it holds quite a bit of fluid. I wonder if I could mix it. Put tea and coffee in there. That'd be weird. All right, did it just stop? I think it stopped. Hey. All right, let's go back in real quick. Grab some torches. Probably munch on another cattail or two. Still not great weather out there, but it's not a blizzard, so we're going to go. I'm trying to get out of this map on this day. In other words, I don't want to sleep here again. Take a torch. That's a garbage torch. Garbage. Even worse. A little better.
Man, this pack is getting
Garbage. Better. Not the best, but we'll take it. I want to go too crazy with these torches. That's fine. Let me grab one more. When my last solo play, when I was playing just for fun, this is actually where I did die, was on the road between the barn and the community center. I got killed by a freaking wolf, but it was because I was being too greedy. I had the flare. I could have lit it, but I just didn't. I was like, I don't need a flare. I'll just walk around the wolf. Well, he didn't have that same thought. He attacked me. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, too, I just absolutely suck at the little wolf minigame where you gotta, like, fight off the wolf. So I almost always die when I encounter the wolves and get into hand-to-hand combat with them. It's funny, I'd almost rather, like, get into a fight with a bear. Because the bear is almost guaranteed not to kill you on the first attack unless your life is really low. Like, you can still recover from bear attacks. The wolf, though, suck. Alright, should we go to that car first over there? Yeah, there could be some matches and maybe even some clothing in this car, so let's go over there. Hey, look at this, I can sprint. Don't love this wind, though. I feel like my torch is probably going to go out pretty soon in this wind. Uh-oh. Alright, yep. Let's check the vehicle. I've got my pry bar with me. Let me in. What's in this trunk? Something good? Nothing. Literally nothing. Okay, another disappointment, but such is the case in Interloper. Another feature of Interloper difficulty, it removes firearms from the game, so you're forced to rely on the primitive bow and arrow, but it also removes most of the loot from the game. So a vehicle like that, if I was playing it on a lower difficulty, would probably have some gloves in it, probably a book of matches, maybe even like some beef jerky and a granola bar. But on this difficulty, it's going to, well, it had nothing in it, as you just saw. So it's not always like that. Sometimes you'll come across a little bit of loot here and there, but it's much, much greatly reduced versus the easier versions. So it does make you much more reliant on like primitive survival, making like teas and stuff. All right, we got a bit of a walk ahead of us, people, but it's a beautiful day. So it's just afternoon, so the temperature should be rising until we get to nightfall, or about, if a blizzard kicks up. I don't think at this point we can see the community center. Maybe just off in the distance. Still a good little hike, though. And, of course, there's plenty of other places to loot here in Pleasant Valley that we're just going to skip because they don't necessarily have clothing or hammers. But, yeah, there's a few places. I just don't like Pleasant Valley. I do and I don't, It's It's got some really great looting opportunities, but at the same time, it's a very hard map. The weather is an absolute pain in the butt. All right, we should have another truck ahead of us that we can loot. This is where I got killed by the wolf. So there could be a wolf spawn. Let's get our torch relit. We got a reishi mushroom. Let's grab it. We got this kind of a nice warm weather. We got to take advantage. I hear birds. Oh, they're there. Okay. It's not helpful. Some people believe that when you see birds like that in a flock, just find that it indicates something, like there's a bear nearby or something. But I've heard the developers say literally that it doesn't mean anything. It's just birds, people. Sometimes a flock of birds is just a flock of birds. You know? All right, what's in this? What? Nothing. Here? Nothing. Boo. Alright, we're off though. So next stop. And we're actually not far now. Yeah, next stop is the community center. We've almost made it. This is actually a pretty big spot for us to loot. There's going to be several houses here. Both sides of the road and both sides of the bridge. Used to think it preceded a weather change. There you go. That's one I've not heard of. Not surprised though. But, well, if it preceded a weather change here, it was from mild to even better. So we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Let's go to this side. Now, there can be bears and wolves at these locations, so we got to be careful.
Man, I could eat anything.
Quit talking, lady. You're not allowed to talk. I chose you because you don't talk as much as the guy does. That's actually a thing. If you watch most like YouTubers choose the female character versus the male character, because the male character, when he runs and sprints for a long time, he starts to breathe real heavy. So does she, but his breathing is very annoying. He's like sounds like a Olympic athlete sucking in the air. All right, I see a dusty old potato on the ground. Let's grab that. Hey, look at the old matches. Woo woo. That's like the fourth book we found here in the old Pleasant Valley. It's pretty good. All right, food on these shelves. It's a pretty crappy looking place, isn't it? Okay. Anything we want to take? Do I want to take the calendar with me for decorations? I don't think so. Calendar is kind of depressing. Now that's helpful. Come on, give me some clothes. I need some long undies. Long undies. Let's go. Damn it. Oh, I'll even take them if they're dirty. Oh, this is like a potato rack here or something. Carrot rack. Carrots and taters. Yeah, I'm actually carrying quite a few of these now. What are we up to? 84 pounds of potatoes on me, boys and girls. All right. This place is all looted out. Out we go. Let's check this vehicle. Check the vehicle. If there's anything in the back. Glove box. Nothing. Cars are pretty sparse usually, but sometimes you get lucky, find like a book of matches. All right, so here's the community center. If we were forced to sleep another night in Pleasant Valley, this is where we would sleep. So I think we'll save this for the last place we loot. Let's go through all these houses first. Then we'll see how the weather is and if we can proceed to push on and leave this map and go to Coastal Highway. We'll go inside. I don't know. It might not be a bad idea to sleep here and go to Coastal Highway in the morning, but I don't know. Like I said, I just don't like being in this map very long. Okay, what do we got? Not going to grab any books. Oh my god, more potatoes. I really better find a recipe for these potatoes. Otherwise, I'm going to be eating a whole lot of just potatoes with nothing on them. Hey, coffee. I wonder if the coffee in that flask is still hot. I don't plan on drinking it. Coffee is a very valuable resource, obviously, in this game. In any post-apocalypse situation, it would be.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay, let's get through. There could be some clothing in some of these houses, too. Wait, that's not quite done yet. Yeah, okay, well, that's not what I'm hoping to get, but it's a shirt. It's a piece of clothing. Never use that insulated bottle. I guess drinking something hot helps with the cold. Yeah, you'll get a little heat buff. It'll show it over your heat bar. See how my the little blue plus that's over my heart, indicating that I have the well-fed bonus. You have something similar to that when you get a little heat bonus from drinking, or you can even eat like warmed up soup and stuff, and it'll give you that bonus. It's not going to protect you in like the coldest of weather, but it does kind of help give you a little, edge if you're just hiking around like in a day like today. All right, so we got some water. Let's drink that immediately. You want to get that water fresh out of the toilet, That's when you get the most flavor out of it. What am I doing? I guess if we're going to leave this map, I should probably have some more torches. So we'll probably want to start a fire again before we leave. Yeah, we'll definitely want to. All right, what's up in here? I'm going to go through this area, even though there's very rarely anything here. Could be like a piece of wood or something here. Yeah, I think the insulated bottles are relatively new addition to the game. I don't know how new, but that's new to me. Like I said, I've seen it before, but I've never actually used one. I didn't know you could find them on Interloper. Kind of surprising that you can, but it's one of those rare things where the developer was like, yeah, we'll give the Interloper players a bone. We'll let them try the new flask. How nice of them. All right, so I'm down to 3 torches, and this one has very low durability on it. All right, spinning in circles here, looking for loot. Uh-oh, better eat something. Let's just eat these chips right here that are at 69%. Got to keep myself above starvation levels, otherwise we lose that well-fed bonus. And we don't want to do that. We don't want that. Can. Ooh, another cooking pot. That I will take. I don't care about the can. The cooking pots are always helpful, though. I have multiple fireplaces going back at my base. Let's get this thing switched out. Oh my god, the durability on this torch is bad too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop and start a fire. Another potato. All right. Oh, the pancake picture. Gotta love that picture. Ah, can of beans. Just what I would expect out of a apocalyptic kitchen. Selecting the wrong thing. Oh my god. Okay, we have to stop and make a fire now. Yeah, that's not anything to mess with. Let's loot this. I don't think this house has a fireplace. Ooh, that's no good. So, let's get the hell out of here. I gotta get this fire lit right away. We need to go to, not the church. We gotta go to the community center real quick. Do not want to use a match on this thing. God, I left myself in a terrible spot with these torches.
I wonder if I can drop any of this.
Get in here. Start at 80%. Let's go. Fingers crossed. Damn, a pancake would be nice, but I'm currently on a diet, so no sweet stuff for me. Oh, man, pancakes are the best, aren't they? What do you got? What do you put on your pancakes? I'm sorry, you're on a diet, so I shouldn't be asking you about foods and stuff. Oh,
That didn't work.
I didn't start it. Oh, I failed. I have no torches either. 'Cause this one's kaput. Wait, can we craft a torch? I can. What does it take? Oh. Ooh. Oh, it only takes 0.2 lamp oil. Yeah, we'll make one. Because I think this actually turns into a torch that has 100% durability on it. Right? Yeah. That's a nice torch right there, baby. Still got to light the fire, though. Make some more. Marmalade, usually. Okay. Very nice. Of course, here in the States, we use maple syrup, which is actually a product of Canada for the most part, although that's not entirely true. There are parts of Northern America where they do produce maple syrup, but that's the most common thing. My stepdad's from England, and he always liked to do lemon juice and just granulated sugar on his pancakes. But he would also cook his pancakes very thin, much thinner than we would normally hear with like what we're accustomed. Almost like crepes, you know. All right, so let's add some sticks. Let's add that ruined torch. Sweet and sour. Yeah, I think that's kind of traditional. I guess it is. I don't know. I'm not much of an expert on crepes, but hey, what's going on there, Taymonger? Welcome, my friend. Great to see you. Playing some Long Dark, buddy, on Interloper mode. I don't know if you've caught any of the previous runs, but this is our 4th live stream with this character, and I'm kind of shocked that we're still alive, not gonna lie. I do love the Long Dark, and I enjoy playing it on Interloper, but I'm not the most skilled. I have some knowledge, though. All right, let's put that away. I'm going to go ahead and save the looting of this place for now. Where's that recipe, though? Sometimes the recipe spawns here, and I guess sometimes it doesn't. I think that's stupid. I think the recipe should always spawn. But let's get the rest of this place looted here. Where are we? It's getting to be nightfall. I think we might actually have to sleep here and go in the morning. Because if I get to Coastal Highway, like right now, let's say we left now, it would be dark by the time we got there, almost certainly. And then I've still got to hike, you know, to get to somewhere I can sleep once we're in Coastal Highway. Did we search this one? Nope. There we go. All right, let's see what we're doing here. One more house. The church never has anything in it except books, but we'll go in there and just take a look around. Actually, I think I have, like, once in a while found a bag of chips in the church. Somebody snuck in some ketchup chips to mass. How dare they? It's one of the few memories I have of going to church as a kid with my dad, who was a teacher at a Catholic school. So he was basically required to go to church every Saturday, Sunday, whatever. But he would fill little bags with Cheerios for me and my brother to eat, you know, when we were in there, so we wouldn't like throw fit and stuff. I think there's a backpack over here. Yeah, there's a corpse here too. Okay. Actually, also, I remember kneeling. I remember that I always thought it was funny that there was like these little benches specifically for kneeling. You know, you would pull those out when you got down to kneel to pray. I always thought that was weird for some reason. It's like, listen, if you're gonna kneel to pray, just get down on the ground, man. That's what God expects. He expects you to have sore knees by the time you're done praying. Otherwise, it's not a true prayer. No, I shouldn't joke about that. But all right, here we go. So we just picked up a soda, which is nice. Wonder what book that is right there. And I think that's going to be it. There's a bunch of books here. And nothing else. All right, let's go. Out of the church. Blasphemous. Okay, the boat dock. We should check it. Could be something down here. There's a couple cattails, too. Grab these. All right. No, I'm not picking up the heads. Don't worry, Consolus. I'm not picking them up now. I know. It's too much weight. I'm still undecided, too, if I want to spend some time in Coastal Highway and loot that place. I think we probably should. Because we're still on the lookout for that hammer. If I haven't found the hammer by the time we leave, then yeah, we're going to have to spend a couple days in Coastal Highway. But it's not the end of the world. I actually like Coastal Highway a lot. I've had runs where I just live there. And I know that's part of the new meta, right? Because of the trader will now arrive at Coastal Highway. Okay. Now there's a couple more buildings just across that bridge. Oh yeah, I can tell the wind is picking up right now. It's just being nightfall, so I think we'll sleep. We'll sleep here. As much as I don't want to. Oh, this is kind of cool. Destroy it? I want to take it. Huh. I can't. See, you can't take this thing, though. Oh, that sucks. What the hell's the point of having a little, like, poster up there? Oh, my food. Almost lost my well-fed bonus right there. Don't want that to happen. All right, I will grab this book, because I think we're going to start another fire.
This stuff will come in handy.
More gloves. We got some food in here. Come on. Okay, nothing. There's a bathroom right here. Ah. Door just hit me in the face. Toilet with water. Generally, the only method I'm aware of is Coastal Highway beachcombing, since it's the only way to get non-renewable resources. Interesting. Yeah, that would give you another good reason to set up shop in the Coastal Highway then, too. Oh, look. Hey, we got a festive sweater. Look at that bear. So ferocious. Oh, I love it. I wonder if this is actually better than what we're wearing. Let's find out. It's not better than the hockey jersey. Is it better than the thin wool sweater? Slightly in some ways. Needs to be repaired a little bit, but well, that's a keeper right there. That's a keeper. Yeah. This is one of the slots I usually will keep some alternatives for. Like the hat, you can make rabbit hat, you can make rabbit gloves, but socks, long underwear, and these two, the inner layer, you cannot make natural clothing for. At least as far as I'm aware. Maybe they've added like a deerskin shirt or something that I'm not aware of, but moose-hide cloak. There's definitely new stuff here that I don't know about, but what is this? Oh, no kidding. Warms the core when equipped. Oh, so this is a base layer. Oh. I wonder if it's better than like the jersey and stuff. Improvised craft. All right, I'm getting lost in the crafting menu. Let's continue to loot for a moment. But that wrap, that body wrap, yeah. That might be something worth investigating. I've never killed a ptarmigan. I need to do some ptarmigan hunting. Yeah, it does take so long till you have access to such luxuries. True, especially an interloper. Where is this recipe, bro? Dirty old carrot. Maybe we'll still find it.
Meat trees.
So this is a pretty big kitchen. Let's go and eat this soup. It is improvised, but it brings the idea of what may be new in the crafting bridge as well. Okay, that's good. Better. Okay, keep looting. There's another skillet. Oops. Ah. Oh, nice. 2 cans and 1 cabinet. That's crazy. That's a non-interloper thing right there. You don't see that much. Okay. Looking for the recipe. Oh, there it is. Found it. Nice. Yeah, I think it is guaranteed to spawn in this kitchen. I usually see it over here, but I know that it doesn't always spawn there, so we just found it, though. That's awesome. We'll take a look at that here in a second, see if we can cook it. I think I'm missing some stuff. I think I need broth for one thing. It's like a base for it. Can't make stew without broth. Or so my grandma tells me. All right, so my torch is about to die. Let's replace that real quick. And we'll light this stove up. Don't really need the fire, but I think we'll do that. Maybe we'll cook up a couple cans. I'm carrying around a can or two now that need to be cooked. Thanks for coming by the stream, everybody. It's good to see ya. Doing our weekend streams. Next weekend, I'm going to be doing Vintage Story, Card Survival, Fantasy Forest, and depending on whether or not we survive, I'll be doing some more Long Dark. But soon, I'm going to be streaming 7 Days to Die. I'll just use these sticks. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be streaming that at some point in the near future for sure. There's a crafting recipe for broth, though it might be difficult to make. Yeah, I don't have any meat. Yeah, Consolus, I want to do it sooner rather than... Maybe I'll just not do Vintage Story next week. I really should, though. I mean, I wouldn't mind personally taking a little break from Vintage Story, but to be quite honest with you, it's one of the games that really helps my channel with views, you know. It gets good views, in other words, so... Yeah, how my first Horde Night is going to go, I don't know, considering I just learned about Horde Night recently. I didn't even know that was a thing until somebody commented on one of my videos about it recently, but we'll do our best. You know, I'm going to do my best. I did play a little bit offline after that episode 2, but I've decided not to play too much. Most of the comments I got regarding that specific question seem to say they'd rather watch me play as a new player, you know, and learn the game as I go instead of like spending like 5 hours offline, you know, just learning it all myself and then jumping back in and recording as a more knowledgeable player. I think people like to see the awkward learning. You know, one commenter made a good point too. They said that most people who stream or play 7 Days to Die are very good players. They're veterans of the game. And so it's hard to find somebody who plays it on YouTube or Twitch, but isn't good at it, you know, doesn't know what the hell they're doing. And that is definitely me. All right, 4 minutes.
I need to find a place to rest.
I know you're tired. All right. We'll take a couple more torches. Because in the morning, we are headed to the cave system. In fact, I'm going to add some more fuel. Just these sticks here. Yeah, we're going to load up on torches right now. Take it out. Well, it's the first one. There are a lot of easy ways to handle it. Would be good to get some decent experience from it, though. Horde Night is always a great opportunity for leveling. So what is the penalty for dying? I remember it saying something about like an experience penalty. Each time you die, am I losing like some of my experience towards like my levels? Is that what it is? Because other than that, it doesn't seem like there's much penalty for dying other than just having to like make your way back to your loot. But even then, like I've never had to like fight for my loot. Usually when I get killed and return to my body, the zombies that killed me are gone, you know. Maybe you can change that, I don't know, in the difficulty settings, but that seemed a little weird to me that I didn't have to like fight off the zombies. But it makes the game easier, but alright, let's see, what are we eating? Some dirty old ketchup chips. Some cooked pork and beans. Cold. Oh, I never looked at the dang recipe, did I? Is the fire still going? Look at that real quick.
I am too tired to think straight.
I could make porridge. That's boring, though. Thompson family stew. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I don't have. Well, I have flour, but it's back at base. I definitely have not seen any cans of corn. So we won't be able to make this till we get canned corn, which is kind of sad, but there's other stuff we can make. Not as complex, but... Alright, beautiful. Let's douse this torch, because we're going to want that tomorrow. We're looking at our bed. Let me drink up a little bit of water, so that's totally full. Experience, usually you get some negative XP, so for a while you will not... Oh, you get negative, I see. But until level 6, you're protected. I think that's the message it was telling me, is like experience, no experience lost or something like that. And yeah, running back for your son is sometimes annoying enough, for sure, especially if you're far. Or I don't know, maybe in like a dangerous area. Yeah, there's still so much to the game I've got to explore. Yes, I did. I kind of went through that at the beginning of my second video. I leveled up and put some points in spots. I don't know necessarily what the best builds are, but I understand. What is wrong with her? Oh, shit. She just got food poisoning. Damn it. Oh, my God. Look at my health, dude. It dropped to almost dead. You bitch. Oh, I don't have any of the right medicines either. Damn it. Okay. So, what time is it? It's morning. I think it was that can of soup, because it was like down to 20%. Yeah, that sucks. So we can drink the reishi tea, if we can make some reishi tea. How the hell you say that? Let's go ahead and get some of the... There it is. Couldn't see it for a second. Craft up some of that. I mean, we're going to have to wait out the morning here anyway, because I can hear there's a blizzard going right now. All right, let's start another torch. I'm having to use a lot of matches in this map, but... Well, to be honest, we found a couple of books while we were here, so it's not the end of the world. Just, it hurts me. Every time I have to strike a match on Interloper, I don't like it. Hey, what's up, Victor? What's going on, buddy? Game's going good, man. A belated Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas to you too, my friend. Thank you for coming by and saying hello. I'm having a good time. The games are going good. There's so many games, buddy. I don't have enough time to play them all. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I'm a little bit farther in this run than I expected. Yes.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Hey, there she is. What's up, Cursed Whist? Hello. Do we not? Okay, I failed. Welcome, Whist. Hi, how are you? Yep, I'm inside, warm and cozy here in the community center at Pleasant Valley. We're at the last place we're going to loot, though, here in this location.
Come on, little fire.
I woke up with food poisoning, though, so we got to get over that.
Perfect.
Yay. Yeah, short on time. Yep. Plus, there are just so many great games out there to play these days, you know? Well, I should definitely be drinking some herbal tea, too, to get my health back. I can't believe how low that knocked my health down. I was literally at full health, and then getting food poisoning almost killed me. Is it always like that? Does it always drop you so far, or is it random? 'Cause I don't know. I feel like I've never seen it like that before. All right, let's drink that. Pinnacle Peaches, my nemesis. Yeah, we drank we ate some peaches that were like 20%. All right, let me warm up the old herbal tea. No real reason, but drink it. Of course, herbal tea gives us a little bit of a bonus towards our life regeneration. Let me grab that. Take another torch or two, and then we're going to go back to bed. Not sure I've noticed that happening so severely. It feels like it's not normally that severe. How long does it tell me I got to sleep? For like 8 hours? Treat it until it passes or you die. Thanks, game. I figured I would treat it or die. All right, let's sleep for 4 hours, see what happens. Is it 10? Damn, we're going to have to spend another day here. I don't know. It's almost certain that we could get through the mine. Oh my god, dude, that did not refill my health at all. Yeah, that was a waste drinking that tea while I actively have the food poisoning. I mean, I still have the improved rest bonus, but it did not improve my rest. Yeah, there it is, 6 of 10 hours. Well, no, 4 hours from now will be sunset. God, we're in this. I should have just left yesterday. Damn it. I'm going to eat this. It's quite underrated killer. Usually always ready for it, but the moment you're not, it takes you out instantly. Yeah, if I had like not a full health bar, we would be dead. We'd be real bad shape. I mean, we're in real bad shape now. Like if a wolf even looks at me, my character's going to keel over and die. All right, we're sleeping for another 4 hours, so we should... Oh, my God. Yeah, we're out of the woods with the food poisoning, but I think there's a blizzard happening right now. Wait a second. I just noticed the hockey players. Ooh, I could take that one. Give me that. All right, there's some other kind of cool paintings here, too. I should not be taking these. This place is actually a gold mine for stuff, isn't it? Look at this. Festive lights. Whist, I just got some festive lights. Oh, I can take the moose's head. Can I get it? Can I get it? I can't get it. Gotta get up on the box. I'm wasting time, but... Oh my god, I can't get it. I could get that light right there. The fish. Oh, those are awesome, dude. I kind of want all this stuff, but yeah, we'll try and get on the stage. Let's see what happens. Yay.
This bag is getting too heavy to carry.
Oh, that's probably way too heavy. 11 pounds. Oh, Mr. Moose. I want to keep you. Half a pound for Christmas lights. Get the hell out of here. Oh, no, I can't take this moose head with me. I don't even know how you place it. Oh, right there. Well, I moved it, so that's something. Redecorating, you know how it is. I probably shouldn't even carry these stupid paintings around with me, but... Wait, can you take these? Yeah, you sure can. Exit? Clock. Yeah, the only thing you can't take is this, which is the thing that I wanted. All right, either way, let's quit crying about it. What are we doing? Let's look at our clothing. We destroy this. Killing time, people. Just waiting for the storm to die down. All right, I think we might be good. Let's go outside. Gotta get the hell out of this map. My health is real low. I'm not happy about that, people. Okay, we got a bit of a storm out here, but temperature is actually surprisingly not bad. Okay. Let's go. We're going to loot these little spots, and then we're out of here, people. Got to get out of this Pleasant Valley. It's like a cursed place. Okay, so a couple little spots, not much. Isn't there a basement or something over here? That's true. That's true. If my temperature drops or anything drops, I'm very close to death. So we got to be extremely careful, and we really need to get to a nice spot and coastal highway where it can hold up for a day or two. The what's it called? Onset garage or whatever, the car place. That would be ideal, but there's kind of a lot of wildlife around there. Is there a basement on the other side of this house? For some reason in my head I'm thinking that there's a basement over here. I might be confusing this with another spot, though. Yeah, no, there's no basement back there. All right, so we're just going up the road a little ways, and then we turn right, and we go up into the mountains, and then we get into the cave system. And we should be on the way to Coastal Highway. I'm going to sprint. I don't like to do a lot of sprinting, but here we are. Well, can't get stuck out here in a blizzard. That would be a death sentence. How's your run going? You still doing good? Last I heard you were on, what, day 37 on your Interloper run? Because that's darn good. And you had found some of your own Christmas lights too, hadn't you? Alright, our turnoff should be up here on the right. Just a little way. Yeah, you hear her breathing? When the guy breathes like that, it's much more annoying. I'm not liking this wind picking up like this. I don't like it. I think we can get out of here, but I'm walking real slow. Temperature's okay. Temperature's holding. Yo, oh, you're close to day 50. Just killed a bear. Nice. How'd you kill it? Was it a headshot whist, or did you just pump it full of arrows into the body? What's your strategy for killing bears? In other words, we were talking about it earlier. I was saying the best way to do it is just to get the headshot. You know, you got to be super close to it, though, and get it one arrow and let it die. Oh, okay, so you just hit it and let it run off, essentially, and then just track it. I gotcha. Because they do leave blood trails, don't they? Here we go. This is our turn off. It's not too far of a hike from here, but I think we could run into a wolf. Potentially. I would sprint right now, but the temperature's not that bad, so I don't want to... I guess we do actually have quite a bit of energy right now, considering how late in the day it is. But it won't even let me sprint right now because of the wind. Okay, I'm trying to remember where the exit for this is, actually. It's up a little ways.
Trees. Because I'm gonna eat a tree.
Okay, just checking my 6 o'clock, my 12 o'clock. Don't want these wolves to get the jump. Oh my god, damn it. I have a lot of torches, people. But I also don't have a lot of life, so I think that was a necessary pop. You see that sign right there? It's indicating our destination. So we're not far. Oh my goodness. That little wolf, if he gets into combat with me, it's over. This run is done. Yeah, and sprinting won't help. We just gotta walk slowly away. Calm, stay calm. Let's not keep our back to him too long. Once we get into the cave, though, it's not gonna be an issue. Actually, in a way, lighting this flare helped me to save a match. Because I can light one of my torches off of this now, but I'd rather use the match, I think. I don't think lighting a torch would have been smart, though. Not in this wind. He might not be able to cross a certain point, either. But we're super close. Yeah, the exit point's just up here. I'm not sure if he can come all the way up this hill, but it looks like he's following me. Sometimes there are like invisible walls that the wildlife can't cross at certain points. I'm not familiar enough with this map, though. And I don't feel like leaving my back turned to this wolf. There it is. Exit is just ahead. It's right there. He's coming all the way up here. This wolf is hungry. He wants some of that Thompson family stew. Too bad, wolf. I didn't cook any. Loser. Aha, we made it. Just barely. Just barely got out of there. All right. Let's get serious. Do I pick up a whole bunch of coal? I think I will. Oh, no. I think I will start to pick some up. How much? What's our... Ooh, I'm at 90 pounds right now. What the hell am I carrying with? It's 90 pounds. I do have like 13,000 potatoes in my pockets. The climb always stresses me out because it feels like it should twist your ankle, yet it never does. Just anticipation and anxiety. Yeah. That's a tricky one. It's not tricky, but like you said, it's stress-inducing for sure. Alright, we're just going to get through this cave.
Starving.
Oh yeah, I better stop. Just want to keep her above starvation so we don't lose our well-fed bonus, but not going to spend too much time eating right now. Hey, look at that. An emergency stem and a freaking hacksaw. And a pair of gloves? That's wild, dude. I don't think I've ever seen that much loot at this little location. That's so crazy, though. Oh. Did I get myself stuck, bro? Oh, bro. I almost got stuck. Maybe I did get stuck. I can't get over this. What? I was trying to billy goat down and I screwed myself. I can't walk over this. Oh, okay, there, I just did it. I moonwalked over it. When in doubt, just moonwalk, people. Alright, that's a dead end. I think this is the right way. Whew, scared myself there. Almost. Is this the right way? Yeah. Maybe. Uh-huh. Yep. Alright. What do we got? I'm really hoping to find the hammer at the end of this tunnel, but there's no guarantee, obviously. Maybe we'll find the hammer in Coastal Highway. I don't know. Now, we've already searched Desolation Point. We started the run in Desolation Point, and there was no hammer there, unfortunately. So there's no reason to venture that far. But if we don't find one here, and we don't find one in Coastal Highway, then we'll be relying on some in, like, at Forlorn Muskeg. I don't know. Is there a hammer spawn in Mountain Town? I might have to go into Mountain Town and explore that place. That's not a map I'm real familiar with, but I know that it does border the Mystery Lake, I believe, right? So if it's super close to Mystery Lake, I could probably get in there without too much problem. Alright, we got a toolbox here, people. Does it have that elusive hammer that we need so badly? Let's find out. Nope. Checking for saplings may also be a good idea then. Oh, I've had a hacksaw for a while, but you're right. I definitely need, yeah, we've got 2 hacksaws, but yeah, no, you're not wrong about that. In fact, I have several birch saplings already being cured back at the base, but we do not have a single maple sapling yet. Whoops. Need to do that. So I definitely need to find some maple saplings. Because you're right. I mean, I could get a hammer. I could go to the forge and get all the arrowheads we ever want, but I can't do a thing with them without the proper saplings. Oh, no worries. No worries. Yeah, that was in previous streams, obviously. But, I don't know. I've got about a dozen birch saplings back home curing, so we're pretty good on those. Telling you it's at the forge, jokes aside, I wonder if there's a system in place that forces at least one hammer to be in. I think there is. I know that you used to be able to look up the loot tables. Since this time, they have changed the loot tables, so maybe there are updated tables. But it used to be like, if you were in Coastal Highway, for instance, where we're going, and you go to the Misanthrope's cabin. This is just an example. I don't know if this is the actual way the loot tables were set up, but if you go to Misanthrope's cabin on Coastal Highway and there's a hacksaw in the main room, then that means there's going to be a hammer at such and such location. But if you go and there's not a hacksaw, that means the hammer will have to be at this location. You see what I mean? So based on certain loot spawnings, you used to be able to know where the hammer would be at, you know, just depending on other things where they were. But that's no longer the case. The developers have changed it, so it's more difficult. But then again, I don't know. Maybe those updated loot tables are online. I'm not sure. I've never really looked for them. All right, so we're at the exit point. Be careful not to give myself food poisoning again. Just want to fill up a little bit because we got a bit of a hike ahead of us when we get out here. We've got to get to somewhere safe. Carrying 93 freaking pounds on me. Why do I have 11 pieces of birch bark? That's just stupid. A lot of clothing that we need to break down too. Well, I also got some of this. It's only a pound and a quarter though. I feel like dropping it, but it's not that weighty. Oh, I just drank some tea by accident. Whoopsie. What, am I out of water? Oh, out of water. But we're leaving here at night. Oh yeah, it's technically nighttime. Alright, so normally the hike to get to the onset like garage place is pretty long, but I think we're going to do a little bit of billy goating. We're going to try and scale some of these mountains. Alright, relying on my knowledge of this map here. It's not that great. Temperature is stable here, though. I don't have to worry about temperature at the moment. Now we have to worry about spraining our ankles, though. There's a deer. Hello, deer. Well, there's a sprained ankle.
It's a bit, but I'll make it.
Definitely want to keep this torch lit. There can easily be wolves. But having this deer in front of us is kind of nice. If I do see a wolf, I'll let the deer handle it. It's possible we could see some saplings as we're coming through this forest here, but the road is literally just dead ahead of us, so I'm not going to spend too much time traipsing through the forest. Although I would say that Coastal Highway, in terms of saplings, is a good place to look because it's kind of hard to get lost in Coastal Highway, even for somebody like me who sucks at navigating. You almost can't get lost in this map. I mean, if you can see the lake, then you pretty much know where you're at, you know. Oh, there's a bunch of mushrooms here. Let's grab them. Temperature's real good right now. I'm actually tempted to go in this mine shaft. Is this the one? This might be the one that has like the secret area to it that you can only access during the aurora. Because there's like an elevator that you have to have power to that will go down to another level. So this isn't like a throughway, but... Oh, look, there's another... Oh, there's another tool cabinet here. What if I find the hammer here? I'll be so happy. Well, I'm glad we came in here regardless. Crap. Oh, hammer. Okay. Let's look around a little bit more. Now, it's funny, too, because I say that there's a secret area, and there is. It's not that secret. It's just hard to access, but there's not much loot. I've been down there once. During an aurora, I actually made it down there. I think I ended up dying down there, too, because if you stay too long, then the power will cut back out. You'll lose power, and you get stuck because you can't get back up the elevator. Well, we got some food. Yeah, this is a good little spot to check. I have to make this a part of my normal routine when I'm looting this area. Oh, you can harvest salt. Huh. That's interesting. Have you ever seen that before, Whist? Harvest salt. What does it take? Oh, I'm just doing it. Oh. Huh. I figured you'd need like a special tool or something. I had a couple of these on me already. I think it just gave me 2. That's crazy. That's new. The lack of self-preservation needed to trust an Aurora-powered elevator. Yeah, no kidding. I think this is it, though. I don't know. Let's just keep going. I want to make sure I've looted everything here. Yeah. Yeah. The elevator is right back here. Obviously, it's not going to be functioning because there's no aurora now, but let's see. So, yeah. You come in here during the aurora, it'll all be lit up, and you can use these buttons or somehow, and it'll go down, take you deeper. But like I said, when I went down there, I found a few other scraps of food, and that was it. It's not like there's a bunch of secret loot down there or anything. It's just another area with not much to it, on Interloper at least. Need a hatchet? Wait, needs a hatchet for what? For the elevator? Get everything. It's getting pretty late. I need to get the hell out of here. I'm going to step outside. It's going to be pitch dark out there. Oh, a hatchet for the salt? Is that what you're referring to? I was able to get it with just my bare hands, but maybe you can get more with the salt. Don't know. Personally, I don't know. All right. She's whining about how much she can carry, so here's what we're going to do. We're right in front of the log flume, whatever you want to call it. We'll walk down the road a bit. We'll sleep at this location. We'll loot the rest of this map in the morning. But, alright, my torch is almost dead. Okay. In order to lighten our load while we're here on the map looking around, we're going to drop some stuff in the road. Okay. Yeah, this is a pretty important spot. If we go up that way and follow the trails, we would end up back where we entered this map. So I'm going to drop off these taters. Let's drop that. It's going to be a pain in the ass to pick all this back up, but honestly, it's worth it. An owl. I thought that was a wolf. I'll just break down the clothing. We're at 71 pounds. That's good. That's under encumbrance level. All right, so just looking around. I can't remember exactly what we've looted on this map. I know we came through here and looted a little bit, but I don't think we did everything. I know that we didn't get everything looted. I'd be encumbered at 71 pounds. Hi, Mini Mongoose. How's it going? Oh, look. The shelf is glitched. Yeah, that's a pretty weighty pack, isn't it? To be carrying 71 pounds of stuff on your back. I mean, to be honest, I've had this character carrying over 100 pounds in previous runs, but wow, there's literally nothing in here. We've definitely searched this one already. All right, so it is past sundown. Been lurking because sleepy. No worries, no worries. I appreciate you coming by and saying hello and lurking. Not to worry. All right, take a drink here. Nervous about, I'm probably safe to eat this when it's not in the yellow, and we should eat it now before it turns yellow. Okay. Anything else we should worry about? Let's see, can we harvest? I don't know what my energy is real high right now. Yeah, I need to stay awake a bit more. Do I have more tea? No, I accidentally drank my other tea. Damn it. I also don't have any water, I just realized. Okay, that's a problem. I've got a soda pop, but I mean, in the morning, we're going to be hitting up several houses that will have water in the toilet. It's going to be a little bit awkward trying to sleep, though, without water on us. All right, let's just do it. Let's go to bed we'll just do 9 hours, see how that goes. Man, oh man, I got to get back as much of my health as I possibly can. Okay, we got about 50% health, a little bit less. Still nighttime. Let's crack this soda. Fill up that hydration level. And to sleep we go. 4 more. What? Not tired enough? Oh, shoot, we're fully awake. All right, well, in that case, I might just wait. Let's wait an hour, so we'll pass time for an hour. And then we'll sleep for an hour. Nope, still not tired enough, so we'll pass more time. Oh, out of liquids. Okay, it's not quite daytime yet, so let's sleep for an hour. Now we can sleep. We're going to wake up really dehydrated. And I can hear there's a blizzard. So traveling's going to be a bit of a pain. Where's the exit? Yeah. Well, Go back inside. See, the thing is that normally it wouldn't matter if we were just a little bit low on hydration for a few hours, but my health is so low. I'm nervous about it. I mean, you know what? Okay, here's what we'll do. I do have liquids, but they're in my thermos. Where the hell is the thermos? Oh, there it is. Why is this not in the food tab? That's weird. It does have coffee in it. It's cold, but that's okay. I think birch can be made into tea, which can be worth making next time you stop to fuel on water. Plus, the bark won't be worth picking up otherwise. That's true. You're 100% right. But yeah, I can't do it without water. So I can't make the tea yet. But we can drink this coffee. It's kind of a waste because this coffee is very precious and limited. So drinking it for the hydration benefit is pretty stupid of me, but I don't have much option. And I just dropped my books too. So let's just repair this. I would sit here and read for the morning, but the book is sitting outside on the road right now. Okay, and my hydration level is back to critical. Let's take these socks off and repair those. Yeah, I mean, the first place we're going to is going to have toilets with water, so it's not the end of the world, but I just want to preserve this health as much as we can. All right, put that back on. I can hear the wind out here still, so we still got a blizzard, yeah. Technically, we could make the trip because we're just walking down the road, you know. Oh, it's a risk because this temperature is going to drop like crazy.
Surrounded by snow. Nothing to drink.
I think we'll just sprint. The one good thing, one of the very few good things about being in a blizzard like this is we really don't have to worry about the wolves too much. But yeah, I'm literally just following this road to our next destination. So it's not really like I can get myself lost. Okay, energy is done. Let's keep moving. Look at that. Look at my temperature bar. It is dropping very rapidly. So that's going to be the real key, is to try and get back into the warmth before that takes too much of my health away. Another good thing is, like, our destination, there's literally like cars parked in the road. So it's not like I can walk past it either. In other words, I'm not going to miss it. But we're still kind of far from it. I think we've already searched this vehicle. Not yet. No, I'm not going to stop though. Let's keep going. This is a risk, people. We're pushing ourselves. We're taking a chance here, but otherwise, it was just sit in that little trailer with no liquid and dehydrate. You know, what are you going to do? Do you choose to dehydrate or do you choose to freeze to death, potentially? All right, we're actually pretty close now. Yeah. This marks like the edge of it, I think. Here we go. Is this it? Yeah. Yep, we're here. Whoop. Oh, man. Okay, well, that was a wild little trip. And I did not leave any water here. So we've been to this spot, and I did loot this location. And I did not leave any water for myself, which... it's not that surprising. Oh, look, I didn't... yeah, I did. Yeah, I searched that. Okay. Well, we could light the fire and potentially get some water boiling. There's also a house in the corner. I can't remember if I got the water out of this one or not. It's a bit risky making this trip. It's super close, but it's hard to see. Please tell me there's water in here.
I'll die if I don't drink soon.
I bet you there's not. I bet you I took all the water. Ah! Alright, so we got to go back, because this one's been looted too fully, yeah. So we need to go back to that place and just boil some water then. Not good. Not good.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to be using our magnifying glass too, so looks like it's torch time, and you know what that means. Gotta light a match for this one. Also, I just realized too that I literally don't have... I don't have any wood. I've just got a few twigs with me. Crap. You know, if we fail to start this fire, I'm going to go break down some wood, but it's all right. We'll be able to get this pulled off here. So I do have a couple of sticks. No, I have one. Wow. All right, water. I left myself in quite a pickle here, people. All right, we got a couple of things going. That's only 8 minutes. Oh, my God. There's no wood just laying around here either. Crap. If I break down the torches, they can be turned into sticks. I don't know if I have time. Two minutes. Keep that fire burning. Come on. Give me that stick. I need... Oh, damn it. No. Completely lost it. All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to have to light another match, which is a horrible, horrible thing. But I'm also going to have to spend an hour and a half. So we're going to lose more health. Oh, no. Almost lost my well-fed bonus. Oh, that was a close call. All right. Well, guess what?
God, I need anything right about now.
We've got the fire to get this going. And I can hear that the storm just stopped, too. Oh, boy. What luck we have, people. What luck. Wait a second. No. All right. Well, it was all my fault. I should have been more careful. I shouldn't have cooked up all that coffee. Yeah, but either way, you know, that's what I say about this game. Those small decisions that you make, sometimes days ago, can have, you know, repercussions on your run much, much later down the road. Oftentimes, more often, for the negative. All right, so that's 2 hours to go. Let's just speed through this process because we need the water. Let me go ahead and eat. Otherwise, I'll be kicking myself. Another thing, too, to remember, there's not a lot of cattails on this map anymore. We've gone through and got most of them. Whew. All right, we filled our belly with a little water. Good, good, good. Take that. Let's go through and do more. I don't want to go too crazy with this, but at least have a little bit of extra. Maybe next time we come through this way, I'll be better prepared. Oh, boy. What a disaster that almost turned out to be. Well, there's no perfect run in the long dark, at least not here with me. I'll tell you that much. I'm always Struggling in some way. But hey, what's up, Edvard? Just barely survived it, buddy. Just barely. My health bar is not super great right now. It's down less than a half, but we're working on getting it up, of course, of course. And we're just out here in the coastal highway looking for some loot, buddy. But unfortunately, you joined just as I was about to end the stream today. I'm sorry, my friend, but don't you worry, Edvard. Of course, as always, we'll be doing more streams next weekend. So I really appreciate everybody coming by for this one. And hey, since we're still alive, we're still going to be streaming some more Long Dark on Sunday. Of course, until I die, that is. But thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in. I'm going to go through the door because that will allow me to save the game. Yeah, we'll enter, and the game is now officially saved. There we go. All right, everybody. Yep, thank you. And as always, I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day.